بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم وفقنا وسائر المشتغلين للعلم والعمل الصالح بحق محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم والعن عدوهم. Imam Ali alayhi salam said he created the duration of every life and made them short or long. He expedited some and postponed others and connected their causes with the death. قال الإمام علي عليه السلام خلق الآجال فأطالها وقصرها وقدمها وأخرها ووصل بالموت أسبابها. Today, inshallah, with Islamic Laws transaction, we reach to issue number 1850. If a person claims that he is a Sayyid, the person himself, he claimed that he is a Sayyid, cannot be given to him. Khums cannot be given to him unless two just persons confirm that he is a Sayyid. If somebody came to me and, for example, I have the khums, okay, and this person, he claimed that I am what? I am a Sayyid. I am the one who deserves to be given what? Khums. I need what? I need two just persons. They came and witnessed that he is what? That he is Sayyid. Okay. Or if he is so well known, if this Sayyid is so well known among the people as Sayyid, that one is sure and satisfied about him being a Sayyid. Or I know this person, he is in our quarter, in our area, and all the people, they call him Sayyid, and I'm so comfortable with him as a Sayyid, and now he deserves to be given khums. He is faqir, Sayyid faqir, so I will give him what? I will give him khums. It is not like before that the people, they said, give the Sayyid the khums, even what? Even his mizab from gold. أنط السيد الخمس حتى لو كان المرزاب مالته من ذهب. You know, on the top of the houses there is a passage for the rainwater to be outside the house. This passage we call it in Arabic mizab or mirzab. Okay, that this proverb in Arabic, but it's a translation in English, that you give the Sayyid the khums even if he has this mirzab, this passage of water, it is of gold. This is not good. This is not correct. Absolutely, this is not correct. But the people, you know, that the normal people, they said that. Issue number 1851. Khums can be given to a person who is known as a Sayyid in his home city if one is not certain or satisfied about anything to the contrary. I know this person is what? They call him Sayyid, but I never heard that somebody said he is not Sayyid. Yes, I'm not sure about him as being Sayyid or not, but I didn't hear from people that he is what? That he is not Sayyid. So, when he is poor, can I give him from Khums al-Sadeh? Yes, of course, I can give him from that part. Issue number 1852. If the wife of a person This is very good issue. We have to pay attention for it. If the wife of a person is Alwiyya, Sayyida, they call it Sayyida. If it is Alwiyya, yes, he should not, as an obligatory precaution, give khums to her for meeting her own expense. Why? Why? Because the expense of the wife, it should be what? To whom? To her husband. So the wife is not poor because of her husband. الزوجة ليست فقيرة بوجود زوجها. The wife is not poor with the existence of her husband. For that, Sayyid Sistani is saying, if the wife of a person is Alwiyya, he should not, as an obligatory precaution, give khums to her. Why? For meeting her own expenses. Why? Because of her husband. However, if it is obligatory on the wife to meet the expense of others and she cannot meet them, it is permissible to give khums to her. That means if the expense of the house and the family, it is on her. For example, her husband is what? Is handicapped. Is handicapped, is sick. He cannot work and afford all the expenses of the family. So the wife should what? Should work, should bring the money for the family. So, and she is Alwiyya, Sayyida Alwiyya. According to us, we call her Alwiyya. ها؟ يزعلون السادة احنا على ما يقولون يقولون هي احنا نسميها علوية. شنو السيدة؟ احنا السادة هي. I think the Sada will be angry. Why you call our wives Sayyida? You have to call her Alwiyya. Okay. So anyhow, I do respect all the Sada, they are our treasure in this life and hereafter. Really, I'm saying that, and I believe in it. Without Sada, احنا nothing. Believe me. Without Sada, احنا nothing. So, if the wife of a person is Sayyida, he should not, as an obligatory precaution, give khums to her for meeting her own expenses. However, if it is obligatory on the wife to meet the expenses of others, I told you because the husband is, for example, dead, the husband is sick, and so on, and she cannot meet them, it is permissible to give khums to her, and she cannot get the money to meet the expenses of her children, of her family. Okay, so here is the permission from Sayyid Sistani to hand her the khums so that she may meet their expenses. Similarly, same hukum, one cannot give khums to her. Why? So that she may meet their expensive one cannot give khums to her so that she may use it on her non-essential expenses. The same thing, that means you cannot give the Alwiyya the khums of Sadeh if she used that khums for non-necessary things. For example, what she did with that, what she will do with that money. Maybe she will buy makeup, maybe will spend that money for extra food, not for the necessary food, doing some non-essential things. Here you cannot give her that much money. You only give her khums only for the necessary things. Nowadays, my brothers, nowadays we see that the people whom they give khums, they are not too much. So the income of khums is very, very little. And the people whom they need the khums are too many people. So what they did, they put it to the necessary things, just like what? Just like the necessary operations for sick people. The necessary project, just like, for example, building religious schools for scholars. We need that. The community needs that, and so on. Once a person came to me before 3 years back, he asked me actually to lead him to somebody he wants to take khums from him. I asked him, why you want the khums? He said, I want khums to my wife to make a surgery. I told him, but you are employee and your wife, she is employee too. أنت موظف زوجتك موظفة. Why you need khums for that? How about the people whom they don't have any work to do? This is one thing. Another thing, I asked him, did you pay khums? Did you ever pay khums in your life? He said, no, I didn't pay khums. So how it comes? You didn't pay khums, whether you believe or not. So how it comes you are coming to ask for khums? All right. Issue number 8. Yes, Sheikh.
In the case her husband died, she will be the responsible of giving khums. So in this case, she will take the part of the sada to herself and only pay the part of the ordinary people.
Could you repeat that again, please?
Her husband died.
Okay, her husband dies.
She will be the responsible of paying.
Okay.
In this case,
she cannot meet their needs. Okay.
She took out the part of the sada to herself. In the case she is poor, and give only part of the ordinary people.
Yes. Yes, because now when we gave her that the sada part of the khums, it will be her own, and she will feel free to spend. But as I told you, on the necessary things, not to spend it to the unnecessary things. Issue number 1853. If it is obligatory on a person to meet the expenses of a sayyid or a alwiya who may not be his wife. This is your question. Who may be not his wife. He cannot, on the basis of obligatory precaution, give him or her food, dress, and other essential items of subsistence from the khums. Pay attention to this. If it is obligatory on a person to meet the expense of a sayyid or a alwiya, this sayyid or this alwiya is not his wife, and this sayyid is a stranger sayyid, but he has to pay what? He has to pay his expenses. You understand this? Okay. Who may not be his wife. Or maybe a lady spends money on a sayyid who is not her husband. He or she cannot, on the basis of obligatory precaution, give him or her food, dress, and other essential items of subsistence from khums. Not to give them from khums. However, there is no harm if he gives him or her a part of khums to meet other necessary expenses. So the non-necessary things he or she cannot give him to the sayyid or alwiya from what? From the khums. But for the necessary thing, he can give them from what? From the khums. Have you got it? Here, this issue and the issue in the foregoing issue is Sayyid Sistani emphasize on necessity of spending khums. يعني when we give khums, this khums should be spent on necessary things. Have you got this idea? Yes, Sheikh Ahmed.
The words food, dress, and other things. You mean that she should not, or he should not give her money to buy these things, or he should not give her these things? Is it acceptable to pay, to give dresses, foods, as a khums?
No, Sheikh Ahmed. Look.
Money here. We mean money.
Yes.
To buy dresses or foods.
If it is obligatory on a person to meet the expense of a Sayyid or Alwiya who may not be his wife, he cannot, on the basis of obligatory precaution, give him her food, dress, essential. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Good. I misexplained this. So in this case, you cannot give them food or a dress or other things, and you say this is instead of what? This is instead of khums. This is your responsibility to take care of them, to give them food, to give them clothes or dress. And when it is time for your khums to pay, you will say, this food is instead of my khums. This cloth or this dress for you instead of my khums. You cannot. Thank you, Sheikh Ahmed. Thank you. Have you got this? Repeat it? Okay. For example, I have to spend on this Sayyid or this Alwiya. This Alwiya is not my wife. Okay? She's just a poor Alwiya. So I give her the food, I give her the dress. This is my responsibility toward her for any reason. Now I have to pay khums. What I say, okay, this food which I'm giving to this Sayyida or this Alwiya is instead of my khums. I cannot do that. Yes? No. Look. Items or other essential items of subsistence from khums. You cannot do that. However, there is no harm if he gives her a part of khums to meet other necessary expenses. For example, she needs to go to the doctor. Yes, you can give her from khums. Okay? Maybe she wants she wants to feed her family. Okay? You can give her from khums. But the thing that you get used to give her, just like food and the dress, you cannot make it instead of khums. Is this clear? Good. Great. Thank you, Sheikh Ahmed. Issue number 1854. It is obligatory on a person to maintain a poor Sayyid, but he cannot meet his expenses. Okay? Or, look, it is obligatory on a person to maintain a poor Sayyid. It's obligatory because the Sada, we cannot leave them in poor situation for the sake of the Prophet, because they are the descendants of the Prophet. We cannot leave them in such poverty. But he cannot meet his expense, or can meet them but does not want to do so. Khums can be given to that Sayyid. Khums can be given, you can give him khums. You see, if it is obligatory on a person, on Sheikh Ahmed, to maintain a poor Sayyid, to give him for his food, to give him for his living, to give him for building his house, okay? But he cannot meet his expenses. But Sheikh Ahmed, he cannot cover all the expenses of that Sayyid, or cannot meet them, but does not want to do so. Or he can cover all his expenses, but he doesn't want to cover all of it. For example, if this person, he needs 1 million to make what? A ceiling to his house, okay, to build his house, okay. Sheikh Ahmed, he can give him the 1 million IQDs, but he only gave him what? 500 IQDs. He can give him the 1 million, but he doesn't want. He just give him 500. Okay, now, can he give him the other 500 IQDs from his khums? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Yes.
But let's say this poor one should he, for example, is qualified to some conditions. For example, he's qualified to be
Shaykhana, these conditions we are already done from them. He has to be Shi'i, Ithna Ashari, poor person, and he prays, okay, the 5 prayers each day.
Because we mentioned that we do that in the sake of the Prophet himself. So we need to be clear that even in this situation, we should put them in 2 parts.
Of course, we explained that before, we finished all that. So if it is obligatory on a person to maintain a poor Sayyid, but he cannot meet his expenses, or can meet them, but does not want to do so, can he give him khums? Yes. Khums can be given to that Sayyid. Khums can be given to that Sayyid. Issue number 1855. The obligatory precaution is that a needy Sayyid should not be given khums in excess of his yearly expenses. So you have to give him khums only for what? Only for the expenses of this year, not more. Only for this year, not more. That means you cannot give him the khums for more than a year, maybe for 2 years. You said, yes, he said, I'll give him khums for more another year. No, only for 1 year, because the rest we can give him to anybody else. And this is one reason. The other reason, he is maybe with the end of this year, his situation, his economic situation is changed. He will be rich. Who knows? Who knows? So in this case, he has taken the khums in a wrong way. Issue number 1856. If there is no deserving Sayyid in the hometown of a person, that means there is no poor Sayyid in Karbala, for example, okay, of a person, and if he is certain or satisfied that no such person will be available in near future, or maybe in this month or the next month, I'm not going to find a poor person here in Karbala. Definitely it happens. Nowadays it happens. I have a friend of mine back in Britain. He said, we do not have poor people right here. It means poor Ithna Ashari person. Okay? So he sent me his khums to Karbala, and then I handed to the office of Sayyid Sistani. So if there is no deserving Sayyid in the hometown of a person, and if he is certain or satisfied that no such person will be available in near future, or if it is not possible to hold in safety the amount of khums till the availability of a deserving person, he should take khums to another town. He cannot keep it there. He cannot keep it there. Look, if there is no Sayyid in this town, and he is satisfied that no such person will be available in near future, or if it is not possible to hold in safety the amount of homes till the availability of a deserving person, he should take homes to another town. He should maybe move the homes to another town and give it definitely to the another town. There is a poor person, اثني عشري مصلي, in the other town, and to the deserving person there, and he can deduct from home's money the expenses of transfer. For example, he needs to transfer to Hilla, from Karbala to Hilla, and he needs to pay, for example, 10,000 IQDs for transferring the money, so he can deduct this money from the amount of khumus. And if khums is lost in the transfer due to his negligence, while he is transferring the money, he doesn't care about what? About the money. He throw it right here, and somebody came and steal it. Okay, he should reimburse it. He should come and take another money and put it instead of the stolen homes. But if he has not failed in taking its care, now if he kept the money in his pocket as well as, he kept the homes in his pocket as well as he is keeping his money, but it happens that the hijackers, they came and steal the whole money. Is he going to give another money? It is not obligatory on him to pay anything. It is not obligatory on him to pay anything. That's all for today. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa sallallahu ala Muhammadin wa alihi at-tayyibin at-tahirin. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajjal farajahum wa